Hey guys, it's Rob here again today. So today we got another RDA to do a review on, and this RDA is for your cloud chasers, the people chasing clouds. And this RDA once again did come from a skorite, and I will put a link in the description down below so you can check out their website. They got some awesome fucking deals. They got some all kinds of different items, and I've been using the items, vaping on the items, and I haven't had any issues whatsoever with any of the items that I do have. Now they did send the items that I'm reviewing this week. They did send the items for the purpose of review. So this RDA that I am talking about, that everybody's been talking about here lately, is the Dark Horse RDA. Now this is the stainless steel version. They do have a black AFC ring, a copper AFC ring, a brass AFC ring, a stainless steel AFC ring, but this one here is the stainless steel. Now this thing has tons of different airflow options. You're always going to basically have a hole open, no matter if you're doing single, dual. You're basically going to have a hole somewhere. On this one here, I haven't seen it figured out how you can get one that's going to be completely closed off. You're always going to have some kind of airflow option on this. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive down on the table and take a look at this bad boy. Alright guys, now here is the box that the Dark Horse did come in, just a regular old cardboard box. When we open this thing up, you just got a little package of a few extra O-rings, some silica, and a little screwdriver. No extra screws on this one here. And then it also does come with a adapter that threads into the top ring of the Dark Horse, so you can put your regular 510 drip tips. Now this one did come with the drip tip already. Now this is a wide mouth but small bore down there, so I'm not a big fan of that. But you can put any 510 drip tips that you want or that you like inside there. They all the ones I've tried with it do work, and they work well. Let's go ahead and put that off to the side. Let's go ahead and take this off of the onyx, copper onyx. Now here is the RDA itself. As you can see, it does have like the little horse in laser etching and stuff in there. So let's go ahead and take the drip tip off. We take the drip tip here off, threads right on in there. We'll take this ring here, which this ring holds on your AFC ring to keep your airflow your airflow option right, and then you can take the AFC ring off, and then you also take the base off. Let's go ahead and wipe this off a little bit. So one thing I noticed on this one is I'm pretty sure that you're supposed to have another set of slots right here, because I'm not able to have a dual coil mode with these slots and be able to open them wide open or close them off. Now I can do the single mode, and then the dual coil mode that I use has got the big holes. Hopefully skorite will see this video and they'll get that changed up for you guys and make sure it's 100%. But I do believe there's supposed to be 2 more slots here, so you can have the dual slots with these right here. I'm pretty sure that's the way the original. I've never had the original, but this is just a clone. I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to, from what I've seen on videos. So here you go. You got your Phillip head screws. These are square post here. They're not round. Now these are not milled into the deck, but I have not had them move on me whatsoever. I believe you can get some big ass holes. They're like 2.5, 2.7, something like that. And it does have the gold plated center post. That center post is gold plated. Then you got your stainless steel grounding post. And I believe you can, I'm sure you can get dual parallel 18 gauge inside those holes. You can get massive wire in there. So here's the 2 O-rings, nice little O-rings. You can tell they were nice and tight. Now the deck on this is pretty shallow. It does have a pretty shallow deck, so you're not going to get too much juice in this. But you know, when you're clouded up, you get a couple pulls, and then you can juice it up. Now I did do this cloud competition a couple days ago, and I did use this Dark Horse, and it did work real well. Alright, and it does produce some good fucking clouds. And you do have your copper center post right there. So once again, this thing has airflow for days. You just put this on. I've been running this in wide open right here. You do have your wide open duals on both sides, as you can see. Now you can close this off for just having 2 holes right there, and then if you guys can see that, as I'm closing off the second hole, it'll go right into the 2-bar, the slots right there. It goes right in the slots. So you're always going to have like 2 holes at all times pretty much open on this. And then you close it off, you get 2. Now you're done with the big one. Now you're just using the slots, and then you can open all 3 slots right there. And this is the single mode, single coil mode, as you can tell. And then you just keep turning it, and now that's closed off. But then if you open up and go to the other side, now you got 2 holes open there, so you can just do the single. Once again, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be another set here, so you can have another set right there, so you can have dual slots. But this one here only has the 1. It doesn't have the dual. The only dual it does have is the wide holes. So I've been running this in the wide holes. And then you can actually take this AFC ring, flip it around. Now you only got half the wide hole, and then you're only using 1 slot on the other one. So you can lower it on the dual coils also and have half, but I like the wide open here. So then you got your ring here, which you actually just thread on, and that will hold the position of your AFC ring. Nice and tight. It holds it in place real well. Haven't had it sitting there twisting on me or nothing like that. So go ahead and thread the drip tip back on. Nice smooth threads on this. I have not had any issues with the threads. And then there you go. Showed you the deck. Got 2 coils, 2 O-rings. Then we just line up the coils. Line up the coils with the holes, and then you're done. Let's go ahead and put it back on the copper onyx, which I do have a review coming up for that as well. Line these holes up a little bit better, and there we go. So it's got such a big wide bore, I just sit there and drip right down into it. And I just put a few drops because the base of the deck is not big enough for a lot of juice. So let's go ahead and take this back up the top and vape on it, talk a little bit more. Alright guys, that was the review of the Dark Horse from Skorite. Now with this compared to the Little Boy, this has a shit ton more fucking airflow than the Little Boy. Now the Little Boy you can close it off and have a lot tighter draw. It does have a little bit of a bigger, deeper well on the deck than the Dark Horse, the Little Boy does. And I gotta say, they're both pretty good. The Little Boy, you're gonna get a little bit better flavor. This is not for the flavor people. This is for the cloud chasing people. So yeah, that is the review. Let's take another hit. That is the review of the Dark Horse from Skorite, and once again I will put a link in the description down below so you guys can check out Skorite's website. They got a hell of a lot of prices and good prices, and they got a lot of little mech mods. They just basically do mech mods and RDAs and RTAs and RBAs, and they don't really mess with the variable voltage stuff. No variable voltage or variable wattage items. That are just mainly strictly mechanical mods and RDAs and stuff like that. So I do have plenty more coming up. Once again, I got like the white Akuma copper from Skorite. I do have the copper onyx mod from Skorite. I do have the copper colonial penny mod coming from Skorite. I got the Still Air V3 coming up from Skorite. So this week's going to be a lot of Skorite items, and they were sent to me for purpose of review. So I do guys say, check them out. All right, guys. Till next time.